Yo, Bo, welcome to another episode of In the Life with MightyFan, another vehicle vlog. I'm actually going to be heading home from the Cherry Hill Mall. Mission accomplished. I got the hat I wanted to get. And actually, I had some extra rewards from lids that I didn't know about. So, this is the hat. The shark tooth design, Anaheim Ducks. So this goes with the Reverse Retro 2.0 Seagrass jersey that I have. The colors match up. Looks really nice. Mitchell & Ness snap right there. So, that's going to go with that jersey. And it's a white jersey too. So I don't normally like to wear white hats too much because obviously, you get sweaty, and I've been known to do that once in a while. And, but that hat I figured would go perfect with the Seagrass, and the thing about it is the hats that would have gone with it, that were released as part of the Reverse Retro line already pretty much sold out, so I didn't have a chance of getting any of them after I got the jersey. And then I saw that one, and I'm like, well, that one works, right? I didn't think going there that this iced tea would cost more than that hat. Just how it worked out. So the hat was $1.99 with the rewards. So that's why it pays to, become a Lids member. I think it's $10 a year. And, you get like a percent off. I think it's like 20% or whatever it is off each hat. But I guess you also accumulate some rewards on top of that, and then they don't always ask at the store if you want to redeem them or whatnot. They're not always on top of it, but, I've known this guy who's worked here for quite a while, going back to the old Gallery Mall days when the Lids was there, and shout out to him. But was able to get a bit extra off of it than I anticipated, but that's always a good thing, right? As I told him, it's money saved for more jerseys, so, or hats. Yeah. Now you will know that this mall, people just don't care. Like at a lot of malls where you're trying to back out your parking space and they're going to keep driving, as if they don't see you or something. Parking lots can always be fun, but particularly in certain areas, they can be extra fun. And the Cherry Hill Mall is one of those areas where they could be extra fun. But I like coming to this mall, I really do, and I love going to that Lids. They always, in my estimation, they always have the best selection for hats. For whatever reason, that Lids at Cherry Hill Mall, which is kind of like a locker room because they do have jerseys and other stuff, shirts and stuff that you can get. But that particular Lids always has the best selection. I mean, this hat I couldn't find at any other Lids besides that one. I even made sure to mention that. I said, hey, couldn't find this anywhere else, but I was able to find it here, and I remembered it was there because you're gonna let me go, right? No, yeah, all right, there we are. I remembered it was there, and like I said, I was, perusing around other places, and I mean, the selection, particularly for the NHL, just, it's Flyers, Penguins, that's it. So it's nice to see more of a selection of teams. But there was a Kings one in there too, LA Kings shark tooth, that I might, go back for it someday, if it's still around. Because I got a couple, Gretzky and what have you, Kings jerseys. I still want to get the white kind of throwback one that they wear now, with that real shiny Kings, the old, the Chevy logo is what we call it, the old logo on the front. I want to get a Kopitar in that, and that hat would go pretty good with that. So that would be kind of a setup hat. Or maybe I have the jersey before I get the hat. I really don't know. But I knew I had to get that Ducks hat. Because that's an example where I already have the jersey in hand. And as we know, I'm pretty picky about the hat that goes with the jersey, so. Getting here wasn't too bad. I had some traffic coming, just before the bridge. I think there's something going on in the city. They had maybe the St. Patrick's Day parade. I'm not really sure, but some roads were closed. Now, I don't go exactly through the city to get here, but, you kind of go kind of through it, but you're not like on the main roads in the city. But I guess there must have been, it's Sunday before St. Patrick's Day. I'm assuming it's the St. Patrick's Day parade or something. So they had some roads closed. There was a little bit of a backup before getting onto the Ben Franklin. But I'm tired. I filmed that video last night showing the pickup, the unbagging of the Landeskog jersey. It was like midnight. But I was just, I was kind of in the mood just to film it. And I'm like, I hardly ever do unbaggings or unboxings. And here it is. It was sitting there when I got home from the Phantoms game. And I'm like, all right, well, let me just do it unbagging. And then the change in time, and I hate daylight saving. I really hope that bill gets ratified where it just stays the same time all year. There's no need. There's just keep the same time all year. Okay, so I don't know, it gets darker earlier or later or whatever it would be if you keep it the same time. It's 1 hour. Like I just don't think it's needed. And I hope that whatever bill they want to put in passes and we can just do away with daylight savings. Just keep the same time all year. It's a pain, particularly when you spring forward. It's like you lose that hour, and thankfully it's a Sunday, so I was able to sleep in. But it's tough. Have a long night last night. I'm still not completely with it, time wise. And it's only an hour, but you do feel kind of way about it. So pretty much that's what's been going on, today, like I said. I guess in other jersey news, the Grail jersey that I was hoping to get didn't happen through OfferUp. And again, shout out to Rez for being willing to want to help me out with it to get it. Shout out to Nostalgia Boy for, alerting me that one was available. But it was the I believe, the 66 All-Star, Rick Barry Warriors, basically the city jersey, because the All-Star game was there that year. And it was there on OfferUp. And the thing I don't like about OfferUp is that a lot of the sellers on there are not willing to ship. And I mean, in some ways, if it's a situation like if you're in some real rural area and it's hard to get to a post office and whatnot, I mean, I can understand that, but I don't get why it's so hard to ship something. You're selling something. If someone not in your area wants to buy it from you, all you have to do is go to the post office, put it in a box, and send it out. I don't understand why that's such a difficult thing for some people. I just don't. I mean, it's 2023. I mean, things are so easy. There's probably an app where you can just do everything. Print out the label, set up the label, print it out, just slap it on a box, send it out. To me, it's a simple thing. But I think we're living in a very lazy world where people just aren't willing to do simple things anymore. Shipping is one of the most simple things you can ever do. And I don't understand why you have places like OfferUp and Marketplace on Facebook. And it's really, those two are the big culprits. That you have so many people in there, probably that sell on there because they don't want to ship. And they know they can get away with it on OfferUp and Marketplace. Whereas like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, you got to ship. I mean, I know there's local pickups and stuff like that, and I always stay away from that crap. But more than likely, whatever you see on there, it's a shippable item. You're going to be able to buy it. The seller's going to ship it. Bingo bongo, you got your item. More than likely, right? On OfferUp, you got so many people, and I know there's filters where you can just look just by shippable, you know, and stuff like that. You got so many people in there not wanting to ship out an item. You're selling something. What, you think it's just people in your area going to have interest in it? I mean, this was a rare gem jersey, a grail of mine, and I couldn't get it because the seller wanted to be a lazy ass. I mean, you know, honestly, that's what it comes down to. You're not willing to ship something. And look, it went to someone, Rez told me it went to someone who, more than likely it went to someone who Rez, I guess, follows or saw on Instagram and posted about it, who's a Warriors fan, who's a Warriors collector. So, I mean, okay, I mean, it went to them. They were able to go and get it, pick it, and work the deal out with the guy. But, you know, and I don't blame Rez at all for it. Rez had things going on. He couldn't get it right away. The seller wasn't willing to hold it, you know, and, you know, it slipped through the fingers, basically, because, you know, I'm not blaming Rez. I'm blaming more the seller. I mean, I couldn't really hit the seller up because I knew he wasn't going to ship. What's the point? You know, so I don't know. But that kind of thing, you know, I it does kind of rub me the wrong way when when you have these outlets where things are available, but then you're at the mercy whether the person's willing to ship the thing or not. It's such a simple thing. You got to worry about that kind of thing. That's why I don't really go on OfferUp that much. Just to be honest, I don't deal with OfferUp that much. I don't deal with Marketplace that much because you will find the laziest people in the world on those places. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the hassle. Yes, you can find stuff on there. Yes, I've gotten some decent stuff on there in the past. But there's more, you know, it just seems to be more hassle than it's worth to look on there. Then you have to say, oh, well, do they ship? Do they not? What, you know, what's the deal? Where at least if I go on eBay, I go on, you know, those other sites, I know for sure they ship. Because they even tells you the shipping, you know, cost right below the cost of the item. I don't have to worry about that as much on there. And like I said, there is, you know, certain situations where the seller will put local pickup only, and I don't even look at that stuff. It just goes, I see that, I keep moving. Most of the time, sales not going to be in my area anyhow. Be some guy out in Arkansas or something, you know. What good's that going to do me? But, so that's what happened, you know. So yet again, that one, that one gets away from me. No fault to anyone. I'm not, you know, I'm not upset with anyone. I'm miffed at the seller for not being willing to work with Rez on it, or not being willing to ship the thing, because I would have hit him up like that and said, hey, let's do it. And it was a great deal too. It was $125. You know, for a rare gem like that, I would have been on that in a second. But you know, you're kind of handcuffed with the seller. They don't want to ship, even though it's an easy thing to do. You just put it in a box, you put the address, whatever the cost is, you add that to the item, boom, done. Bottom line, end of the day, I get the thing I want, guy gets paid, everyone's happy. And at the end of the day, he sold it. It's not like he was hurting for it, but because he wasn't willing to ship or work with Rez on getting the deal done, I miss out on it, on a Grail jersey. So, you know, my day will come for it. Obviously, it wasn't last week. It wasn't before. I should have had it in my hands already, but I let the thing sit on eBay the last time I saw it on eBay for forever and a day, just because I got comfortable because it was there. And Top Shelf, you know, Kicks was selling it, and I just I let it sit too long. You know, that one was on me. I take the blame. And like I said, this time there's no one else to blame. To me, it's the seller, to be honest. But it'll come along. You know, I've done this long enough that I know, you know, eventually I'll find one and I'll get it, and it will be in my hands. It will be part of the collection. You know, things don't stay away forever. Maybe the Billy White shoes, I don't know. But the Barry All-Star, I mean, eventually that's going to come along. You know, I see it from time to time on eBay or something, or a place where they actually ship. So, you know, eventually one will be up there. And unless you know, Double Z beats me to it. If he's watching this, that's my jersey, damn it. If you see it, you let me know. Shout out to Double Z in our group. Put my flag on that jersey, damn it. It's MightyFans. But you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes this is just but this is part of the collecting that, you know, you have to deal with. You have to live with disappointments, you know. You know, we all, you know, you see the pickups, you see the items that we're able to get and show, and oh, look at this, and here's the details and this and that, right? But it's the other ones that we can't, that just drive us nuts sometimes. We're not able to get. Sometimes, like the case of that Barry All-Star, it's been multiple times it's gotten away from me. It's not quite Dion, the red Dion rookie. It's close. I think if there was a jersey that ever came close enough to that one as far as a frustrating jersey to get, it would be the Barry All-Star. But it's not quite there just yet. Maybe if I miss on it one more time, it will be. But you know, like I said, it will come into the collection at some point. I don't know when that next opportunity is going to be. It could be tomorrow for all I know. But you know, you just keep your eyes open, and that's really all you can do. You know, at the end of the day, that's really all you can do is just keep an eye out. I appreciate, you know, like I said, Nostalgia Boy remembered that, you know, it's a grail of mine and alerted me to it, and I was able to, you know, reach out. You know, Rez was willing to try to get it, but unfortunately the seller was just, you know, being a bit of a pain in the neck for it, you know, and that's just what it is. You know, when you're dealing with this stuff, you're dealing with other people, and sometimes, you know, those other people are going to be gems. You know, that's what it is. You can't always count on, like, you know, others to want to work, you know, in your favor, you know, and even if you have someone else trying for you, it's really up to the seller if they're willing to work with whoever it is to try to get the thing. But it is what it is. You know, that Warriors collector was able to get it, you know, have it in his collection. But, you know, the Sixers fan still has to wait. Sixers fan still hoping his team can find a way to get out of the second round of the playoffs has to wait. But the Warrior fan has seen 3 championships in the last 10 years. That is what it is. A lot of traffic today. There must be something. I know it's like this time of day on a Sunday, but a lot of traffic going into the city. There must be something. Must be something. So I ran and raved about that for a bit, but that was the experience with that one, and that was the jersey I mentioned in the last vehicle vlog. That Grail jersey I was hoping to, you know, get off offer up, and it didn't happen. But it is what it is. I'm glad I'm not not going that way. Actually, going there, I had to be on the Schuylkill for a little bit of time to get off. And I sat in this for a little bit, but it moved. It wasn't like, terrible, but there's a lot of traffic going in. A lot of traffic. This road is notorious for traffic, the Schuylkill Expressway. It's 76. It's notorious for this. Certain parts of it, the curve, different areas you're going to get backed up. It doesn't matter what time of day, what day of the week. There's always going to be something going on. I believe I said before that the first True order has shipped, so I should be getting that hopefully maybe even this week. That's exciting. Jerseys look great. He sent me pictures, and can't wait to get them in the mail. And then maybe in a month or so I'll put in my second order with him. I'm probably going to do 3 jerseys then, because I think I think I mentioned this before. If I remember correct, it used to be you had to order 4 jerseys to get a little discount. Now I think it's 3, a minimum of 3 jerseys to get a discount, little discount off each. So the next order I place with True will probably be for 3. And I'm still debating exactly when. It might be in May that I place that next order, because I would like to place another order with Cool Hockey to get that Seattle Kraken jersey with the inaugural patch on the front, while that's still available. So I'll probably do that sometime in April, and then in May I'll place my next order with True. I think that's how it's going to work. Certain other things I would like to move on over time. I probably won't be getting as much. And the reason for that is I would like to be a little more select. Not to say what I get, I want to get. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to get this for the hell of it, right? Believe it or not, there's a rhyme and reason for what I do. But I would like to be a little more selective in just making sure I get some other stuff off my list that have been on there for a while. Some custom stuff, other stuff that's been kind of sitting for a bit. And obviously I can't get everything all at once. That's impossible. Then, of course, Mitchell & Ness puts out these baseball jerseys. I saw them. I was at the store yesterday. And I mean, there's at least 3 or 4 bangers in there in that new set that they put out. Really nice jerseys. I did pick up, I have to show it this week sometime as one of the pickups. I did pick up the Turn Back the Clock 2010 Ichiro jersey. Some of you probably already know. You've seen, I put a picture of it on Instagram. I've shown it in the groups. Beautiful jersey, really nicely done. Like I said about Griffey, unfortunately he didn't play in that game. They made the jersey, but and the funny thing is, I just kind of mentioned that, I wish they did Ichiro, because Ichiro played in that game, and sure enough, they made it. Now, they didn't show Ichiro at first when they showed the set of jerseys to do authentic MLB, but one of the guys at the store hit me up and said, no, we did Ichiro, and showed me a picture and said, here's a size 52 waiting for you if you want to come get it. So sure enough, I went there yesterday morning and grabbed it. Really, really nice. I like it. The quality's nice. This pullover, 70s style that they wore as a throwback, for a throwback game that season. Unfortunately, Griffey Griffey. Actually, I got the story wrong. Griffey, and so he left. he only played 33 games. That was his final season. He played 33 games, and then I guess there was some sort of disagreement or something with the Mariners, and he just stopped. He retired. And so it was before that turn back the clock game. So that's the reason he didn't play in that game, according to Wikipedia. I was talking about with the fellas at the store yesterday, and we were looking it up, and that was the reason. Now, the people at the store really don't have anything to do with production. You know, they're just selling. So people can complain to them all they want. It's not the people at the flagship that are making these things, right? This is more of a corporate thing. It's at the corporate level. Whoever's doing the research there wasn't exactly on the ball about that Griffey. But I will say this: the jerseys, and I got a good eyeball at them yesterday at the flagship, and I really like some of the new authentic baseball. The Pete Rose, which I had some questions about when I saw the initial picture, and it was a stock photo, and I kind of, this is why I don't always go by the stock photos, because I got a good look at the jersey yesterday, and it's really nice. The Road Pete Rose, I think it's a 75 Road Pete Rose Reds, so that might be coming into the fold at some point. I really like the Hideo Nomo. They did a road gray Hideo Nomo Dodgers, beautiful looking jersey, patch, dual patching. It's got the Dodgers on one side. It's got like I forgot, like the 40, whatever it was, of Dodger Stadium. I think it was like the 40th or whatever anniversary patch. Big, bold, gaudy patch. So that's, and it being a road gray jersey, it just hit the heartstrings that much more. So that might have to happen. That no might about that. That's going to happen at some point. The Nomar Garcia Parra looked pretty good too. You know, and there again, it's a road gray with a big name on the back. You know, at some point maybe, but then the Darren Dalton, you know, the green Phillies spring training jersey, the Schmidt and the Dalton, they looked really nice. So probably gonna have to get Dalton at some point, because I got 3 Schmidt green jerseys, or St. Patrick's themed jerseys, so I don't need Schmidt. I already have the Schmidt basically in that style. So I'd probably want to get the Dutch at some point. And then the Dontrelle Willis 03 World Series home pinstripe. Really, really nice. Really, really nice jersey. And in fact, they said something that Dontrelle said he would sign the jersey for whoever got it. I'm not an autograph on the jersey guy, so I'm like, no. All due respect to D-Train, and it's super nice of him to want to do that, but no, if I ever get his autograph, I'd rather it be on a baseball anyhow. So, but I liked him, you know, back in the day. I actually tried to emulate his high leg kick when I was out playing wiffle ball. And then turn, spin, and throw. It was very difficult to do that. But so I might have to get that at some point. And I believe that jersey's $325. So that may have to wait just a little bit. But the Nomo, like I said, the St. Pat's Dalton, and the Road Pete Rose. Yeah, no more. Those are probably going to be in the fold at some point. Now, the one question that I had, and they couldn't answer it because they're not in production. So the jerseys from 2013. Now, sans the throwback Ichiro, but the regular, like the David Ortiz World Series jersey, they didn't make it in the cool base material, even though the teams wore it like that year. And I think the reason is because when they made the Roy Halladay Phillies, they made a home Roy Halladay Phillies, and they completely got that the the air vent on the side was just too big. It was too long. It was too far down. So I think they got a lot of criticism over that. And I don't know if that's something that they're going to really be able to emulate, at least maybe not now. Maybe that's why they're making them the way they are. But some of those jerseys from that era, they didn't make with the cool base like material. It's not thin, doesn't have the air vent. And the only one they did try that with, as far as I know, that I can remember as far as in an authentic form, was the Roy Halladay. And they did some others in batting practice, I believe, for him. There's a Ken Griffey Reds, there's a Ichiro Mariners, I believe. There's a few others that they did in a lighter material. And those look okay. But the authentic, when they did that Halladay, that wasn't the way it should have been. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll try it again at some point, but I think they got a lot of heat for that one. And maybe they just couldn't perfect redoing it. I mean, the cool base material was a little tricky to do anyhow. I can imagine, just by how it was. And now, then, of course, flex base and what they have today for Nike. It's probably a hard thing to recreate for a jersey like a company like Mitchell & Ness. But, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, they can go to Nike and try to get specs from them, because basically what Nike did is very similar, if not the same, to the Majestic jerseys with those air vents and what have you, the material. But so those jerseys are on the hit list. I don't know when. Maybe here and there, grab one. Obviously, I can't get them all at once. Maybe one here, one there. If something is, nothing really much going on, I can just grab one. Maybe get one on the site, do a pay in for, or maybe catch a deal at the store or something for it. But they're definitely on my hit list. Those are nice. They did a nice job. I think overall, the recent years, Mitchell & Ness has done a pretty decent job with their authentic baseball. Some here and there have been a little, and then they did Griffey when he didn't play in the game, but overall, I think it's been pretty positive. So, yeah, there's a lot on the list. There's a lot on the hit list. As I said, I would like to start getting some more of those 90s and late 90s and into the early 2000 Avalanche jerseys. There's quite a few of them on my list. Who knows what else is going to be popped out by, Mitchell & Ness authentic-wise. They're always cooking something up. And obviously, the orders from True, the stuff from Cool Hockey, those are all on my hit list, the stuff I want to do as the months go on. But I do think I'm going to be a little more selective, and maybe if I do have to pay just a bit more for something, make sure it's something that's really at the top of the list, instead of saying, all right, well, let me just go after this and this that's maybe a bit lower down, instead of looking at the top. And then what's at the top goes away, and I'm like, damn. And again, whatever I pick up, it is something I have interest in getting. Obviously, if I'm going to spend money on something, it's going to be something I want to wear and I want to enjoy. As hard as it is to believe that someone with about 1,000 jerseys can wear them all, but I wear them where I can. So that's pretty much been my experience this week and weekend. Like I said, it was a shame about the Rick Barry All-Star, but them's the break sometimes. You just have to kind of roll with it. I didn't get that, but I did get a Nathan McKinnon Avalanche jersey that was on my, high up on my list to get. That will be coming in the mail. It's not the Mitchell & Ness one. It's not the Blue Line one. It's another one that is a pretty special one. And, you know, you'll see it when I get it. I mean, I think it might be coming tomorrow. I will say this: my next pickup vid stands for Ichiro. is going to be pretty Colorado eccentric. So you just be on the lookout. We're going to have a Rocky Mountain High in the high of Denver-related teams in the next pickup vid. So I got a couple jerseys from, including the McKinnon for Denver teams, and I got a hat too coming. So, and as you saw, I just got a couple Avalanche hats and that Landeskog jersey. So we've been on a Denver roll here for about a week or two. But like I said, the Avalanche has been my favorite Western Conference team for quite a while, and there's some jerseys that I want to get from those Cup teams. I don't know how I don't already have some of those. This is one of those mysteries of life, but I would like to start, knocking some of those off the list. Like I said, I need a freaking Adam Denmarsh jersey. I need one of those in the worst way. That is my, oh God, just with that name on the back too, Denmarsh. Oh, I love that name. Oh, I'll be peacock strutting with that thing on, believe me. People know what time it is with that one on. But so yeah, I am excited about getting the whenever that package comes in the mail, getting the true order in. And from what I hear from people, that you get the package pretty quick. Even though it's coming from Poland, they do a pretty good job of making sure you get your package. True does, making sure you get your package in a timely fashion. So I would imagine that maybe by this week I'll get it. And I do have I think I'll have a couple packages tomorrow. And then that's pretty much all I'm expecting. Then it's just about, down the road, right? I mean, what's the next one? That's the mentality of a collector. It's one of those weird kind of realities. It's like no matter what you get, as high up on the list as it might be, a grail as it might be, the very next thing you're like, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Like, even if I did get the Barry All-Star, the very next thing, thing in the mind is, all right, what's next? It's weird. It's a weird mentality. It's a never quenching thirst that you have to want to get that next item, and it's just a weird phenomena. And I think, so I say collectors, it's just a certain mentality, and it is. It's just you're never, if you have it. Like, if you got the bug bad, like, if you're really just involved with it, right? You're all right, well, I'm not going that way. You're never satisfied. It's, what am I doing next? Where am I going? What's the next thing? How can I make that happen? Can I fit this in? Can I fit that in? It's, the mind's going 100 miles an hour on that kind of stuff. And it's just one of those things that you're just never, I mean, you think about, like, you look at, like, I always, like, analogize it with like, how, like, bodybuilders are never content, right, with their body. They could look like the perfect specimen in the world, and they don't think they're big enough. They don't think they're shredded enough. There's something that they want to improve. There's something that, you would look at them and you'd say, my God, that's perfection. But to them, there's always something missing, something they have to improve on, right? Something, right? They're never satisfied. It's the same thing with collecting. You're never satisfied. I mean, people marvel, and I'm a humble person. I don't do what I do to show off. Believe me, I'm a humble person. People marvel at the stuff I have. People see the racks of jerseys. Even today at Lids, showing the stuff on it. God was showing the other employees my Instagram. Oh, he has this. And to me, it's great. I mean, I'm always humbled by that. I mean, I know I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of great jerseys, a lot of just, stuff that are other people's grails, like stuff that they would just go nuts to have in their collection. And I get that. But to me, I see the collection, I'm happy with it, I'm proud of it. I really am. I don't want to take away from that. But I it's always like, oh, what's missing? Where can I get better? Where can I improve with this? What can I, like I said, all my thing over the past few years was I thought the hockey collection was not as solid as it should be. So I start going after hockey a little more. And I like hockey. I love hockey jerseys. And I just didn't feel I had, I really had enough in that kind of, with that sport. I had a ton of basketball, baseball, football. The hockey, I had some real gems from real, people would love to have them, but I just looked at it, I said, yeah, that's the part that's lagging. Let's try to bring that up a little bit, and so you're always looking for that next challenge. You're always looking for that next, all right, what can I do better? Where can I improve? And I guess it's just my mentality with a lot of things, not just collecting, but it's like, okay, well, I know I have all this, but all right, well, what, all right, but I wish I had that and this and that. It's like, all these Grail jerseys that I have that were Grails of mine for years. And I said, well, I don't have that Barry All-Star. It's just one of those, and even if I got that, well, I don't have Billy White shoes. The powder blue Billy White shoes. And if I got that, it would be, yeah, but then I don't have this. I don't have that Road Perry. I don't have that, there's always something. And I'm not saying that as a negative. I think that's something that we're always striving for, that, okay, where could, what's missing? How can I try to get what's missing? Right? How can I put the pieces all together, right? And you can never have everything. And I know that. The thing is, you have to be realistic that you can never have everything. There's not enough room in this, as much room as I've filled in this house. There's not enough room in my house to fit every single jersey that I would ever want. It's impossible. And I'm not one of those, I want to put stuff in the storage unit. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I mean, I buy a few more Z-bottom racks. I try to, all right, well, now I gotta move some stuff down in the man cave and work that way. And but it's an unsatisfying thing. And if you have the bug the way I have it, the way others in our community have it, you're never to that level of, yeah, you know what, I'm happy, I'm content. I did everything I have to do collecting wise. I'm good. I can call it a day. That's not the mentality. It just isn't. At least for me. I can't just say, all right, I'm good, I'm just going to walk away. Because this is what it brings me joy. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I love doing what I do. So, I'm not walking away from it anytime soon. Just have to find more room. I'm gonna have to. Anyhow, I got home here. The vehicle vlog is going to come to an end. I thank you all for going with me for about 45 minutes. Mission accomplished. I got that Ducks shark tooth hat to go with the Seagrass jersey, and yeah, I said what my piece on stuff. Blabbed on like I usually do in these vehicle vlogs, and I thank people for hanging in with me. Fun little trip. Still trying to get used to the hour, the hour ahead. But we'll get there. All right, well, you all take care, and what do you always gotta do, right? You gotta leave those likes. You gotta make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and hit the bell icon. to be alerted to all future content from yours truly. I thank you all, as always, for joining in with me here on another episode of In the Life and a little vehicle vlogging here from Cherry Hill back home. And I will see you all soon. I got some pickups. Like I said, I have that Ichiro jersey in hand. I got to show it on YouTube, and I have a few things coming in, including a McKinnon Avalanche jersey. Looking forward to that. And I'll be bringing you the next pickup vid at some point during the week, as the week goes on. All right, everyone. Maybe I'll do another unboxing or unbagging. We'll see. All right, everyone. You all take care. And I'll see you in the next one.